Hello there. Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, where did that wrinkle come from? Or maybe you've noticed your energy isn't quite what it used to be when you're gardening, playing with the grandkids, or even just climbing the stairs. Well, you're not alone. As we get a little wiser in years, our bodies change. It's natural. But here's the good news. What we eat can make a world of difference in how we feel and how we age. Today, we're talking about something simple, delicious, and powerful. The top 3 anti-aging foods you should be eating daily. These aren't exotic superfoods you've never heard of or expensive supplements. No, these are everyday ingredients you can find at your local market, maybe even in your pantry right now. And the best part, they're not just good for you. They're great for helping you stay vibrant, strong, and full of life. Now, before we dive in, let me ask you, have you ever felt like aging is something that just happens to you? Like you're along for the ride? Well, I'm here to tell you, you've got more control than you think. Small, consistent choices, like the food you eat, can slow down the clock, boost your energy, and keep you feeling like you for years to come. So, let's start with the very first food on our list, one that's sweet, colorful, and packs a punch when it comes to fighting aging. I'm talking about berries. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Berries? Really? Aren't they just a tasty snack? Oh, there's so much more than that. These little gems are loaded with antioxidants, nature's way of fighting off the wear and tear that comes with aging. Let me explain. As we age, our cells face something called oxidative stress. Think of it like rust on a car. Over time, exposure to the elements causes damage. In our bodies, that rust comes from things like pollution, stress, or even just normal bodily processes. Antioxidants in berries act like a protective shield, slowing down that damage and keeping our cells healthier for longer. And here's the kicker. Studies have shown that people who eat berries regularly have sharper memories, smoother skin, and even better heart health. Take blueberries, for example. They're often called brain berries because they're rich in compounds that improve communication between brain cells. Imagine that a handful of blueberries could help keep your mind as nimble as your grandkids. But let's get practical. How can you make berries a daily habit? It's easier than you think. Start your morning with a handful of berries in your oatmeal or yogurt. Not a breakfast person? Blend them into a smoothie. Frozen berries work just as well. Or keep a small container on your kitchen counter for a guilt-free snack. And don't worry about the sugar. Berries are low on the glycemic index, so they won't spike your blood sugar like a cookie might. Now, I'll let you in on a little secret. My neighbor Margaret, who's 72 and still runs her own flower shop, swears by her berry rule. She eats a half cup every single day, rain or shine. She says it's her secret to keeping up with her grandkids' soccer games. And let me tell you, her energy, it's contagious. But here's the thing, fresh or frozen, organic or conventional, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you're eating them. So next time you're at the store, toss a bag of berries into your cart. Your future self will thank you. Now, berries are just the beginning, because the next food on our list is one you might already be eating, but probably not enough of. And when I share what it can do for your joints, your skin, and even your digestion, you'll want to make it star player in every meal. Now, let's talk about these leafy greens I've got here. You know, when I was younger, I'll admit I wasn't a fan. I'd push them around my plate, thinking, why bother with something that tastes like grass? But as the years went by, I realized something. Leafy greens aren't just food, they're medicine. And once I learned what they could do for my body, I couldn't get enough. Take spinach, for example. It's not just Popeye's secret weapon. It's packed with vitamins A, C, and K, along with a powerhouse called lutein. Ever heard of it? Lutein is like sunscreen for your eyes, protecting them from age-related damage. And if you've ever struggled with stiff joints or dry skin, the magnesium and folate in these greens can work wonders. But here's what really sold me. Studies show people who eat leafy greens daily have brains that function as if they were 11 years younger. Let that sink in. 11 years. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, but I don't like the taste. Trust me, I get it. That's why I want to share how my friend Carl does it. He's 68, a retired mechanic, and he used to joke that salad was rabbit food. Then his doctor told him his bones were getting brittle. Carl started blending a handful of spinach into his morning smoothie, banana, peanut butter, a splash of almond milk. He says he doesn't even taste the greens, but he does feel the difference. Last month, he helped his daughter move furniture up 3 flights of stairs. No aches, no regrets. And if smoothies aren't your thing, try sautéing kale with a little garlic and olive oil. It takes 5 minutes, and the flavor transforms into something rich and almost buttery. Or toss a handful of arugula into your soup. It wilts right in, adding a peppery kick. The goal isn't to eat a mountain of greens every day. Start small. A handful here, a side dish there. Your body will notice. Now let's move to our third anti-aging hero. One that's crunchy, satisfying, and fits right in the palm of your hand. I'm talking about nuts. And no, I don't mean the salted, honey-roasted kind hiding in a candy aisle. I'm talking raw or lightly toasted almonds, walnuts, Brazil nuts. These little guys are bursting with the good stuff. Here's why they matter. As we age, our skin loses elasticity, our brains can get foggy, and our hearts need extra love. Let's tackle all 3. They're loaded with healthy fats that keep your skin supple, omega-3s that sharpen your mind, and plant sterols that help lower cholesterol. Walnuts, in particular, are like a brain-shaped hint from nature. They're one of the best sources of omega-3s outside of fish. But let's keep it practical. How much should you eat? A small handful a day, about the size of a golf ball. Keep a jar of mixed nuts on your coffee table for when grandkids visit, or sprinkle chopped almonds on your oatmeal. My cousin Elaine, who's 75 and still teaches line dancing, carries a tiny bag of cashews in her purse. She calls them her emergency energy boost. Perfect for when she's out running errands and needs a pick-me-up that won't crash her blood sugar. And here's a pro tip. Soak your nuts overnight. Sounds strange, but it makes them easier to digest and unlocks even more nutrients. Just cover them in water, let them sit, and rinse them in the morning. You will be amazed at the difference. Now imagine combining all 3 of these foods in a single day. A berry smoothie for breakfast, a big salad with walnuts for lunch, and a stir-fry with kale and garlic for dinner. It's not a rigid diet. It's a celebration of flavor and vitality. And the best part, these choices add up. Every bite is a step toward feeling stronger, sharper, and more like yourself. But I'll let you in on a secret. It's not about perfection. Some days, you'll forget the nuts or skip the greens, and that's okay. What matters is coming back to these foods, again and again, like old friends. Because aging isn't about fighting time. It's about living fully in the time you've got. So the next time you're at the grocery store, wander over to the produce section. Let those greens catch your eye. Grab a bag of nuts you've never tried before. And remember, you're not just feeding your body. You're nourishing the life you want to keep living. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's one small change you're excited to try? Maybe it's adding spinach to your eggs, or swapping afternoon cookies for a handful of almonds. Drop a comment below. We're all in this together, learning and growing, one bite at a time. You know, when I first started learning about these foods, berries, greens, nuts, I'll admit I wondered, can something as simple as what's on my plate really change how I age? But here's what I've learned over the years. Aging isn't a battle, it's a relationship. And just like any good relationship, it thrives on care, attention, and a little bit of love. Think about it. Every time you toss berries into your morning oatmeal, or stir spinach into a soup, or crunch on a walnut, you're sending your body a message. You're saying, I'm here for you. Let's make today a good day. And those small acts of kindness, they compound. Over weeks, months, years, they become the foundation of a life lived with energy, clarity, and joy. Now, I won't pretend it's always easy. Some days, life gets busy. The grandkids need babysitting, appointments pile up, or you're just plain tired. On those days, remember, progress beats perfection. Maybe it's a handful of frozen blueberries straight from the bag, or a pre-mixed salad from the store. It still counts. It still matters. Take my friend Gloria, for instance. She's 78, retired librarian, and she told me once, I spent decades worrying about doing everything right. Now, I just focus on doing what feels good, and guess what? My joints feel better than they did at 60. Her secret? She keeps it simple. A berry smoothie for breakfast, a big handful of spinach in her omelet, and almonds in her purse for when she's on the go. No stress, no rules, just consistency. And that's the heart of it, isn't it? This isn't about chasing youth or erasing wrinkles. It's about feeling strong in your body, clear in your mind, and confident in your ability to savor life's moments, whether that's dancing at a family wedding, tending to your garden, or finally tackling that hobby you've always put off. So let's take a breath and remember, you've already got the tools. Berries to protect your cells, greens to nourish your bones and brain, nuts to keep your heart humming. These aren't magic potions, they're your allies. And the best part, they're delicious. Before I let you go, I want to leave you with this. Aging is a privilege. Not everyone gets to grow older, to collect laugh lines and gray hairs and stories worth telling. So let's celebrate it. Let's nourish ourselves with foods that honor the life we've lived and the life we've still got ahead. And remember, you're not alone on this journey. Thousands of others, just like you, are making these choices every day. Adding a few more greens, reaching for the nuts instead of the chips, sharing tips and recipes in the comments below. Speaking of which, I'd love to hear from you. What's one meal or snack you've tried lately that makes you feel vibrant? Let's inspire each other. If this video resonated with you, do me a favor. Tap that like button and share it with a friend. Maybe your sister, your neighbor, or your bridge club buddy could use a little boost today. And if you're new here, hit subscribe. We're all about simple, joyful ways to thrive after 60, and I'd love for you to join our community. Here's to you, to your strength, your wisdom, and the incredible life you're creating, one bite at a time. Thank you for spending part of your day with me. Now go out there and shine. The world needs your light. Until next time, remember, every day is a fresh chance to feel your best. Don't waste it.